Hello everyone, this is my presentation on for assignment 7, where is injustice, in regards to my scenario and mesh project following forest fires in California. For this presentation, I will be focusing on the relationship between my scenario in regards to single family households energy usage within the County of Riverside and within California, and my mesh project, which has to do with a forest fire remediation plan for communities in California. I'll also be discussing justice implications of my mesh project, the main energy injustice or justice implications of my scenario, the remediation of energy injustices, and lastly, a reflection on energy injustices and their implications for my mesh project. The main justice implications for my mesh project are as follows: distributive justice, procedural justice, restorative justice, and recognition justice. Distributive justice is noticed through the burdens and benefits of forest health being felt by all. When forest health is maintained through sustainable methods, including renewable energy sources and proper natural resource extraction, human and planetary health reap the benefits as well. This is seen through the decreased raise and or decrease in atmospheric temperatures, as well as decreased contamination of natural environmental environments, as well as agriculture. Procedural justice is witnessed through the process of clean energy implementation and integration within the project and community. When clean energy is applied, there's improvement in the overall health of the community, showing the sanctity of the process. Recognition justice is seen by community members realizing the impact that they have on forest health and the potential forest fires, and deciding to take action and or be the voice and act for change. Restorative justice is seen when individuals and groups within the community take action and make changes to improve forest health prior to and after forests have been impacted by forest fires. For my scenario, I focused on the single family households energy usage within Riverside County, and for this scenario, there are three main justice implications that I noticed. The first is distributive justice, and distributive justice is seen through the energy consumption burden and conventional energy consumption that affect the lives not only of those within the household who are using the energy, but also those in the surrounding areas of the community. Restorative justice is seen when the conversions are made from conventional energy to renewable energy. It is also observed when energy usage is decreased as a whole, as excess energy obtained through solar and wind can be given back to the community energy source and then be utilized in times of energy shortage and or for emergencies such as wildfires. Lastly, recognition justice could be seen by individuals who realize the impacts of their energy usage in regards to type and the amount of energy consumed, and decide to make the changes necessary to improve overall community health by changing their actions concerning energy. Moving on, my critical friends from my working group this semester have focused on some of the justices and injustices they noticed from my scenario and have given the following input. So Christopher mentions noticing that restorative justice can be a connection between my mesh project involving forest fire remediation and overall energy consumption within Riverside County as a goal to achieve improved access to energy, more specifically renewable energy, to all communities across Riverside County, especially underserved communities. I agree with this assessment and would add that the excess energy received from single households, especially in more affluent communities, could help to provide the energy needed for underserved communities and bridge the gap in resources available to both communities. My other critical friend, Michelle, mentioned a similar ideology on increasing wind and solar power farms within Riverside County. She describes that the implementation of these power sources improves restorative and distributive justice within Riverside County area through the increasing of accessibility to clean renewable energy and allowing the ability for further growth and development of all communities within the county area, regardless of socioeconomic standing. Next, I'll be talking about the remediation of energy injustices. So, who should address energy injustices within a community? In regards to the scenario in my project, the main agencies that I believe should be responsible are the energy and environmental agencies, as they should be responsible for providing standards and guidelines, as well as potential funding for potential conversions to renewable energy sources from conventional energy sources for not only single households, but for entire communities. These groups can be helped by alleviating some of the financial burdens associated with conversions to renewable energy for individuals as well as entire communities. This addresses not only distributive justice, but restorative justice by improving the conditions and situations for all. People of color are notably affected by the side effects of conventional energy. Therefore, it is vital for all communities, regardless of socioeconomic status, to be allowed the opportunity and ability to have access to clean energy. These can be addressed also by local community members who can push for those agencies to provide the said funding, and also to push for just awareness of the need for renewable energy, clean energy, and sustainability within their communities. The energy environmental agencies can provide funding through direct funding or through tax credits or reductions to projects that are being performed. Similar to before in this presentation, a couple of my critical friends from this class have given some of their evaluations for remediation of energy injustices for my assignment and how and who should address these injustices. So Christopher had a similar ideology in regards to the need for all individuals across the Riverside community needing access to renewable energy, as conventional energy hazards mostly affect the communities that house more people of color and individuals of lower socioeconomic standings. He recommended that community leaders should take a head-on approach and push for the change to renewable energy sources for individuals and large corporations. He states that constituents should also be driven to participate in civil process and community events to further facilitate the advancement of a cleaner community. Christopher also reports that electric vehicle funding should be increased as a means to decrease the gaps in mobility and health between different socioeconomic classes, as clean energy vehicles could be provided to individuals who would not previously be able to fund for the vehicles themselves due to the economic and social constraints that they've been affected by. I agree with this assessment and know that improving access to all available resources, regardless of socioeconomic status, greatly improves the success of a project and will help improve overall relations between all communities within Riverside County. Furthermore, Michelle reported that public organizations and nonprofits should also be considered as potential resources, as they can improve not only energy infrastructure, but renewable energy development project as well. She knows that the IRS has many opportunities for funding options that serve specifically for underserved communities, which can help in the implementation of renewable energy projects in lower income communities. Michelle also reports that empowering and educating all communities on how they can use and implement these types of renewable energy resources can help tremendously with the call and usage of these energy sources. Lastly, Michelle points out that the government should address the restorative injustices that lower socioeconomic communities face by ensuring the marginalized communities have the same opportunities and resources as higher income communities. I agree with her assessment of renewable energy implementation, as government should be responsible for the monitoring of renewable energy implementation within lower income communities, as it helps to improve the social and economic mobility of those communities, improving not only the daily lives of the affected individuals, but the local environment as well. Reflecting on energy injustices within my energy scenario on the improvement of energy efficiency and conservation within single households helps with my MESH project regarding forest fire remediation plans through the decrease in depletion and or contamination of forest health. Implementation of renewable energy helps decrease deforestation as fewer trees are being cut down and burned for heat or power, as well as decreased fracking from forest areas. Decreased energy consumption is also beneficial as there is less dependence on energy, which allows individuals to adjust easier if when main power lines are shut down to prevent the spread of forest fires in times of supreme heat and or the presence of spreading fires within forest communities. Here are resources that I have used for not only my mesh project, but also in the creation of my scenario during this class period. Thank you.